Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 1 and today we are going to talk about Bughah from a view of FIQH and its differences with the ordinary insurgents in Malaysia and Middle Eastern countries. So, the meaning of Al-Bughah, which came from Arabic words, mean extremist or over the limit, while in terms of term, it means when a group of Muslims who oppose Muslim leaders, rebel against his government, as well refuse to comply with the rules and laws enforced by the government, whether related to the rights of Allah SWT or the rights of human. Bughah is a crime in Islam where the punishment is hudud set by Allah SWT. However, is it true that all insurgents can be considered as Bughah?
Now, I am Muhammad Syamrin bin Ezamudin will talk about the definition of Bughah. Bughah is a crime in Islam where the punishment is hudud set by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Generally, Bughah in terms of people who deviate and rebels against Imam or leader by going out of obedience to the Imam and refusing to the duties that have been set for them. Thus, Allah has mentioned in the Quran in the 9th verse of Surah Al-Hujurat, where it means, and if two groups of believers fight each other, then make peace between them. But if one of them transgresses against the other, then fight against the transgressing group until they are willing to submit the rule of Allah. If they do so, then make peace between both groups in all fairness and act justly. Surely Allah loves those who uphold justice.
It is important that we must carefully check the situation in the insurgents before determining that it is Bughah or not. Basically, there are three conditions that we need to apply, which are the first one, whether those Muslim are Muslim or not, as Bughah only applied to Muslim. Next, the government is ruling the country peaceful without any problem. And the last one, those rebellion must show that they have the power to overtake the government from its leader.
There are three elements of Bughah in order to determine whether a rebellion can be asserted as a Bughah or not. First and foremost, the act of disobedience means to oppose the government or try to overthrow it. Furthermore, the second element is the rebellion was aimed at the government of Islam and to certain groups of people or parties. The last element is the rebellion used force and violence, which means that they have their own defenses forces as well as having weapons and troops that can do actions that may disturb the peace of the country. If we look into the issue of the Muslim movement from 2017 until 2016, many people claim that this movement or rally was haram in Islam and falls under the criminal of Bughah. However, it cannot be called a Bughah because this movement does not apply any weapons during the rally against the government, but only voice out their intention and express their state of claims against the government as it was a peaceful democratic protest.
Okay, for the issue, in 2014, a statement made by Mufti of Perak, which is Tan Sri Harsani Zakaria, has gone viral and is regarding about Bughah. The statement stated that he called the participant of the demonstration as the rebels who committed Bughah, and therefore he said that their blood is halal. However, his opinion is totally wrong, as the demonstration itself did not have intention to overthrow the government. They are just angry about the increase of the price of goods, so they make a demonstration without any weapons. So it cannot be considered as Bughah, as Malaysia itself not an Islamic country.
Among the examples of countries that can be said to have insurgents by way of weapons are countries in the Middle East, such as Afghanistan, Syria, and Egypt. There is clear evidence that in their country there is a group of Muslims who are planning to overthrow the Islamic government through riots and control of the weapons they own. As a result of this type of rebellion, the war punishment should be applied and imposed on these groups. Nevertheless, the Mufti must issue a fatwa in determining whether it is war or not for the government to fight against them.
For the punishment, the one who commits Bughah must be killed. However, there must be the steps before killing them, which are both parties must negotiate with each other to know the intention of the rebellion. If it is good, then the government must do it. However, if they refuse to give any reasons, the government must tell the rebels about the danger of war to all matters. If their intention is bad, give them some time to reunite with the government. And if they still refuse, then kill them is the only solution left.
In conclusion, Bughah's punishment should be able to remind all Muslims that there is a safer way to solve administrative problems in a country other than violent or armed resistance. However, we need to bear in mind as to implement and apply the Bughah punishment, further inspection and clarification on the incidents that occur must be done at the first place before we label all the incidents so that we are not wrong in putting the judgment. For sure, we all leave the matters to ulama or in order to determine whether this incident can be called as a bughah or not. That's all from us. Thank you.